Good evening, one and all two persons here. I am happy to welcome for the second day for this MATLAB online training program. So yesterday we started, that is day one, we started for introduction to MATLAB. From this introduction, we discussed for some benefits of MATLAB when we are going to installing MATLAB, either it is online or in your desktop. If we are going to install in your desktop, we have the lot of features are there. What are the features are there? Then how many tools is available? Each tool, what is the purpose we are going to use it? With the help of in MATLAB, we said about it. A lot of research is going with the help of in MATLAB. I will show about it. Either it is the Industry 4.0 concepts like that is cloud computing tool is there, then image processing tool is there, artificial intelligence tool is there, then machine learning tools box is also available from in MATLAB. That is, we started from in the last session, that is the day one. Then we started how we are going to install MATLAB, where we are going to download MATLAB. After downloading, what are the steps we are going to do it, the installation procedure. So how we are going to download means from with the help of in MathWorks, if we can visit MathWorks, then we are going to download. Before downloading, we are going to create for your login. After creating this login, you want to mention it, which is your username. That is your email address you can give for the username. After giving the username, you are going to try to do how we can download it. So after downloaded, we are going to add it for some simple procedure. We can download it with the help of your username. Then we have the lot of benefits. After downloaded, we can try to install. Then another one way we tried, that is the online version. From the online, if we can try using MATLAB means we have lot of benefits are there, but some of the drawback is also there. Depends upon the drawback, we have the cost is very high. So that is we started in the last session. With the help of in online, we are going to saving the spaces. Then we are going to access anywhere at any time. So that is we have the lot of advantages is also available whenever we are going to utilize via online. So now we are going to start. So which is the other options available from there. So we started what is the minimum requirements we need for installing online MATLAB. Then in your desktop, we have the lot of benefits we have from in online. We know about it. What is the minimum requirements we need? With help of the minimum requirements, how we are going to install. After installing, how we can add it for this type of minimum requirements we can use. So what we can use means, one is we want to install the cookies is enabled in your browser whenever we are going to working via online. Then pop-up is also we want to enable. Then JavaScript is also we want to enable. So these three we need to setting in your browser before using online MATLAB. Then whenever we can utilize for, so any type of web browsers or any latest web browser, it is also supported. This Microsoft Internet Explorer will be discontinued from in the year. So we can add with the help of any one browser. We need for minimum requirements for this 1 Mbps internet speed whenever we are going to utilize MATLAB via online. Then another one is we know about it. What is the minimum requirement we need for whenever we can use via online for MATLAB means we need for memory. We need minimum 2 GB sizes required for we are going to utilize via online using MATLAB. Then we need to the screen resolution also we can choose. The screen resolution we need minimum 1024 into 768. So this is the minimum requirements we are going to using online for this MATLAB. So everybody is interested to working with the help of in MATLAB. So we know about it, some various advantages whenever we can add with the help of in MATLAB means these type of toolboxes if you need means we are going to add for the add-on products. The free version we can try to download, then we can try to add it for some add-on product depends upon your purpose. For example, now I am going to do for some example with the help of some signal processing algorithms. We are going to solve it using MATLAB means we are going to add on the signal processing toolbox with the help of in MATLAB. Then sometimes we are going to use it some deep learning concepts we can utilize with the help of in MATLAB means we can try to add for this deep learning toolbox. So from in online, we have the few applications are there. If we need for the particular application for your research work or your application or which is you are going to developing any type of desktop applications or any other applications we need for any toolboxes for in your purpose. So that time we are going to add it for this type of toolboxes. So how we can using this type of toolboxes means that is simple way we are going to add for using toolbox with the help of in MATLAB. I'll show about it how we can add it for the add-on function from in MATLAB means. So we have some limitations is also there whenever we can add for online MATLAB means. So these are the simple limitations is there. So if we can add it for any type of MATLAB online cannot is uploaded for the larger size of 256 MB. So it is does not is also supported for any graphical user interface. Then if MATLAB online is also does not supported for some particular packages like MATLAB compiler SDK, etc. So these are the few drawbacks whenever we can add it for the MATLAB with the help of in online. So MATLAB is also online is provided for only for some of the functionality through the command lines. It can be accessed to the Simulink via the sim command. So, but if we can download for the trial version 15 days and 30 days means it's give for some other benefits other than online. So when we are going to utilize for this MATLAB means, so we have the lot of advantages we discussed in the last session itself. So what we discussed in the last session itself means, so it shows like we can utilize easy to use, then we have the benefits with the help of in MATLAB, we added for predefined function. So which is the function is available from in MATLAB, we are going to utilize in the purpose of the various applications. So predefined functions is also there. Then platform independence, then depends upon the operating system we are going to download via internet. Then we have device independent plotting option is also there. Then graphical user interface. So we know about it. The MATLAB is also graphical user interface. How is supported for this MATLAB in graphical user interface means we can generate it for the various applications. Like we have any type of data, that data we are going to generate after analysis, we are going to show the data in the visualization format. How we can utilize for this visualization format means, so we have the lot of options are there, like we can show about it the apps. Then it's also provided for point and click control of your software applications, then eliminating the need of for others to learn language, and we can add it for typing the commands in order to run the applications. You can share the apps both user with MATLAB and also standalone desktop or web apps also we can do it. So the graphical user interface option, with MATLAB we can add it with the help of in M5. Then MATLAB compiler is also available. So that is also we have the benefit with the help of in MATLAB. Then the next one is we have some simple drawback. So that is the cost wise, the cost is very high. So if you want to do it, some work with the help of in MATLAB in trial version means, then again we are going to add it for which is the add-on function we need, we can try to add it with minimum or less cost for which is the toolboxes or which is the packages you needed. Then another one is how we are going to utilize for this MATLAB in online. We have the lot of commands are there. So nowadays everybody's are working for this any application via online. So that's why we know about it. What are the helping function is available from in online MATLAB commands means, whenever we can try to utilize for any type of help with the help of in online means, we can choose, that is help is one of the commands is there. This command is source for what type of help you need. It's listed out what are the topics on which help is available from the internet. Then it's available for we want to do it the interactive help window we want to open with the help of in online MATLAB means, we can try to use the command is help win. That means Windows command help its source. Another one is if we need for any type of help desk, open the browser is based on the help facility means, we need to use the command is help desk. So this command we are going to utilize for help facility from the web browser. Then help topic is there. It will provide for help on the topic from online MATLAB. Then look for string is there. It will list help topics containing the string. Then some online demo is also there. We can utilize for demo is the one of the command is there. This command runs the demo programs via online. So online compiler itself, it will show the output with the help of in demo option. Like look for is there. We need to searching for any type of keyword. So that time we are going to add it for the command is that is look for. Then doc is also another one command. This command is source for from the online. What are the HTML documentations available from online means, we are going to utilize doc. Then what's new is also another one display. README files is supported. Info is source, which is the version you are going to utilize for this MATLAB. It shows the information about MATLAB. Then syntax is command is there. This command it's help to which is the command syntax we needed. For example, we are going to try to utilize for string or vector or matrix. That means we need to know about it. What is the syntax for we are going to show the matrix means, we can write it. The command is syntax. Then another one command is that is y. So this is its source for give a philosophical device which is available from in your online online MATLAB. Then format is also another one is there. It will set for the screen output format, then more, home, echo, and global. So these type of other commands is also available for the various purpose whenever we can add for in online MATLAB. So this is the commands we can utilize for top and bottom arrow marks. It's recall previous commands with the help of MATLAB commands in online. So just you can remember it. What is the purpose we are going to utilize for these type of commands via online? Then the next one is what are the variable and workspace information available from in online. Sometimes in your desktop also we can utilize for this type of information we want to know about it. So what is the information we know about it from in MATLAB means what are the variables we are going to use it. For example, we have prepared some application. From the application we are going to utilize 100 variables. So this type of 100 variables we want to list it out. So how we can list out this type of variables, which is you are going to working in the current directory means we can write it who, that is WHO. This command is listed out variables currently in the workspace. Another one is that is whose is there. This command we are going to use list variables directly in the workspace with their size. So the first one is source only the variable currently in the workspace, but this whose is source for with their size also. Then what is also another one command is there. This command is listed out. What is M is there, what is the matrix is there, what is mixed directories on the disk. This type of information it shows with the help of the command is what. Then clear is another one command is there. This is source for we are going to removing the variables. How we are going to removing the variables means we can utilize for this clear. If clear means the all variables are removed from the list, but if we want to remove the particular variable means we can use clear. The variable is x comma y comma z. That means 4 variables we are going to remove it, or 4 variables we are going to clear. Then clear all means it shows clears all variables and function from workspace. So which current workspace or currently in the workspace means this is clear for all the variables from the current workspace. Then mlog fun is there. It shows for logs function fun so that clear cannot delete it. So that time we can add it for this mlog fun. Then unlock fun is there. It will unlock the function when the fun so that clear cannot remove it. Then another function is that is CLC is the function. The CLC function we are going to using for clear the command window with the help of the cursor shift to the top position. So sometimes we can write the more commands. We want to clear entire commands. Then we want to go to the cursor in the top position means we can write it that is CLC. Then home is also another one command. This command is calling the command window. Its cursor moves to the top position. Then CLF, this is we are going to using for clearing the figure window. So sometimes we want to clear for after showing the visualization format, we want to clear the figure means we can use clear figure window, that is CLF. Then load is there. Load we are going to use it for load variable from files. Then save variable from mat file. Length of the vector, we can use the command is length. Then size, it will shows what is the size of the matrix. Pack, we can add it for consolidate memory space. Then this, that is display the text or display the matrix. So these are the major commands we have whenever we can utilize in the variable and workspace from the informations. So just we can remember it, what type of commands we need for in our purpose. For example, we are going to create it for 1500 vectors in a single matrix means we can find it. How many length of the vector means we can use it for the length command. We can find it the size of the matrix means we can use for the size command. So the purpose of the command we can add from the variables and workspace. The next one is how we are going to work with files, and we want to show about it the directory information. How we can show about it the directory information means we can have some suitable commands are there, like we want to show about it what is the current working directory means, okay, we can write it pwd. So that means it shows if we have totally 5 to 6 directory means which directory is working now, that it shows with the help of in pwd. Then cd means we want to changing the directory. Sometimes so our folder, some images we can store the particular folder means the file we want to change the directory means we can add with the help of cd. So it will change the directory to the current working directory. Then dir is also another one command. This command is listed out the content of the current directory. Then list, this command it shows list the content of the current file as same as directory. So for example, we are going to combining two directories or two files means we can list out, we know about it, what are the files is there. That means we can add for ls. It shows what is the current list is there. Then we can find, we are going to merge it or we can do for some analysis. Then path, edit path, both we can using for getting the path, that is we are going to setting MATLAB searching path or modifies MATLAB search path. Sometimes we are going to copy the files means we can add for copy file. Then sometimes we are going to add it for Mac directory, that is we can create new directory means we can add mkdir. Then remove the directory means we can add rmdir. Then if you want to delete some files means we can utilize the command is delete. Then diary is there, type, then exclamatory symbol, path, what, then wkl read. So it shows the spreadsheet files. So these are the various commands we are going to use it from the working directory and directory information we are going to getting. So this all we know about it before starting the minimum various syntaxes know about it. We know about this type of commands. Then another one is we know about it what is the general information we want to show with the help of in MATLAB means we can know about it which is the computer type you are using. For example, whenever we are going to developing any type of application, there is mentioned it the minimum requirements of the software, minimum requirements of the hardware. So that time we need to for the computer type which is you are going to use with the help of in MATLAB. So that time we are going to add it for computer is one of the command is there. It shows, it tells the computer type you are using. Another one is that is clock. So clock it shows which is the time and date as a vector. Sometimes we are going to know about it, date. So it tells you the date as a string format. Then more, then it's available for version, then bench. So version is source for the gives the license and the MATLAB version data. Bench we are going to utilize for the benchmark of our computer on running MATLAB. It's also compared with other devices. Then more we can add it for control the paged output according to the screen size. So previously we said about it, what is the minimum screen size or screen resolution we need for, we are going to utilize MATLAB. So that type of screen size information we need means we can do with the help of the command is, that is more command we are going to utilize. So these are the major commands are there. So after knowing these major commands, we are going to know about it, how we are going to start in MATLAB, then how we are going to exit with the help of in MATLAB whenever we are going to add the code in command. So that means we are going to utilize for this control C command. This control C command is source for the local abort or kills the current command it executes. Then MATLAB org is source for master startup files. Startup is source when we are going to M file, it will be executed at the startup stage. Then quite, it's quite the MATLAB. Exit we can use same as quite, both we have the command for the quite. So from the command window, we want to exit and quite means we can use it. The command is quite and exit. So this type of commands also we know about it. So before starting MATLAB programs. Then another one is what is the date format and time format we can add in your applications or in your programs in MATLAB means we know about it, the basic commands for time and date. From the command, the clock, that is the wall clock time, you know about it means we can type clock. So it shows the time, which is the clock time it shows, which is you are set in your computer. Then CPU time, it's elapsed CPU time, it shows the result. Then date defaultly it will shows the format of date, month, year. Then we need to for the elapsed time function means e time. Whenever we are going to stop watch timer means we can do for tick and tock. Tick for we are going to starting the stop watch timer. Then tock means we can use for read stop watch timer. So these are the major commands we have from time and date. So each commands we are going to use for the different purpose. Sometimes we are going to developing one quiz applications means we can mention it. This quiz application is supported for maximum 30 minutes. That means we want to display the day, date, month, then starting time, ending time. So that means we can utilize this type of command is benefits whenever we can add it for this clock or time or date or start time or read stop time, etc. So this is the way we are going to utilize the various commands in MATLAB. Then simple basic program we are going to do it. So the same commands we are going to try to do with the help of in MATLAB. So what is the results we are going to get? For example, we are going to write some simple commands like who. So what is the result it shows for this who means it shows which is the directory we are going to list of the variables it shows. If we have the help command means what it shows for the help command, then yeah, now I think the command window is displayed. That is the command window. So what type of command window we discussed now? So we discussed for some various command windows we discussed. Now we can try to wait for this help. So what happened? From the help, it shows the result is from the help, which is the help we needed, then list of current variable, then who is the long form of who, then this type of information it shows. What is the variable name, variable size, bytes, etc. Then we can try to write it for this date function. What it shows? So it shows the date. Today date is 11th March 2021. So it shows the date, that is 11th March 2021. So what are the other commands we discussed? We discussed for like, that is we can try to do for changing directory, making directory, delete. Then we can discuss the path, then the command for the computer. So we can try to write it for this computer. So the information it shows about the computer. So what is the information it shows? The computer information it shows, that is a personal computer Win64. So this type of information it shows whenever we can add it for this type of commands. Then what are the other commands we started? We can try to write it for clock. So from this clock, what it shows? So here unrecognized CLOCK. So the clock it shows the information about what is the information is available from the clock. Then we know about it, what is the version and benchmark. So which is the version is there, we can write it for this VER. It shows the result is from with the help of VER. These are the information it shows. What information it shows, which is the version we are installing the MATLAB. Then what is the license is there. So this license only for the demo version. Then it shows for the operating system. So which is the operating system we used? So the operating system we used for Windows 10. Then it's installed Java. What is the version is Java is installed? That information also it shows. Then the version of MATLAB. What are the toolboxes we installed? The toolboxes are the computer vision toolbox is installed. So what is the version for this computer toolbox means the version is 9.3. Then that is the image acquisition toolbox is installed. So what is the version for this image acquisition toolbox means it shows the result is version 6.3. Then image processing toolbox we can insert it or install. It shows 11.2. Then LIDAR toolbox is there, mapping toolbox, parallel computing toolbox, signal processing toolbox, and statistics and machine learning toolbox also installed. The version is 12.0. So what is the command we used for displaying this type of version information means we can write that is VER. It's listed out what are the versions we can add from this MATLAB. Then we tried with the help of command is bench is also another one command we tried. So what it shows for this bench? So bench it shows for the benchmark informations. So the MATLAB benchmark it shows. So this is the benchmark information it shows, which is available from the benchmark of this MATLAB. So it shows for there is a plots also we have, then 3D is also there, then the benchmark like it shows for this type of data in computer type data is also there, then relative speed information also it shows. So this type of benchmark information it shows with the help of in MATLAB. Then we try for the other command like just we can try to do for the clock. So clock already we tried. Then tick. So tick tock we tried. Tick means it shows we can start time. Then tock it shows for elapsed time. The elapsed time is this starting with 3.2 seconds. So it shows the result. Now it started for this tick. Now we can try to talk. It shows for 4.40 seconds. So this type of information we can show about it with the help of the various commands. Then other commands we are going to do for some simple basic syntaxes. We can try to do it. What type of syntaxes we can try to do it means when we are going to do for the various type of operations. Sometimes we can do for the arithmetic operations. If we can try to do for this arithmetic operations means what the result it shows, how we can utilize for these arithmetic operations like. For example, we can try to do for some simple program with the help of MATLAB. We can do for some simple operations. For example, we can try to do it here. That is 4 plus 5. The result is shows 9. So from in MATLAB, there is no need to declare any variable at any time. It automatically is converted to for the variable for the 4 plus 5 means 4 is integer, 5 is also integer, both integer we can calculate it for the addition operator, then the result it shows 9. We can try to do for the float variable 12.5 plus 6.7. So both variables are float data type. So the result shows float data type. We can try to do for 6 divided by 2.3. So 6 is the integer data type. 2.3 is the float data type. After finding the result is shows in the float data type. So we can do for any type of arithmetic operations. We can try to do for, so this is the value. So then multiply with 5. So the multiplication also we can do. Addition also we can do. Then we can try to do for the subtraction 45 minus 6. So the result shows that is 39. So 39 is the integer data type. Both are integer data type. So we can show the result is 39. Then we can try to do for some other operations like power value. We can find it 3 star 3. So it shows the result is 9. So 3 power 3. So 3 power 4. That means it will show that is a tilde operator. This is for the multiplication operator. Then we can do for the division means 45 division 7. So the result shows 6.4. We can find it the modulus 100 modulus 10. So the result is equal to 100. That is calculated for in the percentage. So this type of any type of mathematical formula we can try to do it. Sometimes we are going to declare the variable, then we can try to do for the operations like a is equal to 100, then b is equal to 200, then we can find the c is equal to a plus b. So now we can assigning this a is equal to 100, then again b is equal to 200, c is equal to a plus b. So this type of after initialize the variable, then we can try to do for some operations. So what operations we can do means we can try to do for the operation is addition. So the addition operation, it shows the result is 100 plus 200 is equal to 300. So this type of simple arithmetic operations we can do it after adding the variable. So how we can add it for this type of variable means we can try to do for some like z is equal to 5, then x is equal to 7, then we can try to do y is equal to x minus z. So the result is shows 2. So how we can do for this type of arithmetic operations after initializing the variable? So that is also we can try to do it. Some other syntaxes is there. The syntax is 3 power 2. We know we can find it for the sine beta or sine pi divided by 2. What is the value of sine 90 means the result is shows for 1. So this type of mathematical operations or mathematical formulas we are going to find. Then we can find it for 7 divided by 0. So what is the value of 7 divided by 0 means the result is infinitive. So it shows infinitive. So this type of formulas we can try to do it. We can multiply with, so 732 is the integer data type, 20.3 is the float data type. Both we are going to multiply, the result is shows 1.48. So we can do any type of operations. So this is a simple procedure we can try to call it. After declaring the variable, we can do for some simple syntaxes or simple basic syntaxes we can try to do with the help of in MATLAB. So 5 plus 5 we can do. Then we can try to do for 3 power 2. We can get the result. Then sine pi, then 7 divided by 0, 732 multiply with 20.0. Then another option is, that is we are going to use for semicolon. So how we can utilize for the semicolon in MATLAB means, so semicolon is indicates end of the statement. So some of the programming language also we can use it. For example, C programming. From the C programming, every statement is followed by semicolon. But in MATLAB, the semicolon is indicate end of the statement. However, if you want to suppress and hide the MATLAB output for an expression means, we are going to adding for the semicolon after the expression. Now we can try to do for this like x is equal to 3 followed by semicolon, then y is equal to x plus 5. So now the x value is 3 plus 5. So 3 plus 5, y shows the result is equal to 8. Yeah, we know about it, the semicolon. So semicolon we can indicate for the end of statement. For example, the same program we are going to try to do in MATLAB, what output we are going to get. So we can try to use it for x is equal to 3 followed by semicolon, y is equal to x plus 4. So what is the result it shows? X is equal to 3, then y is equal to x plus 4. So 3 plus 4 means the result is 7. So that is the procedure we are going to use for this semicolon in MATLAB. Then another one is we are going to utilize for the various operators and special characters in MATLAB. What are the operators are there? What are the special characters are available from in MATLAB means we know about it. The operators are addition, that is the plus symbol, then minus, then multiplication, then we can utilize for array multiplication means dot star. Then this is the scalar matrix explanation operator. Then we can add for array explanation operator, then left division operator, right division operator, dot left shift means array left division operator, then array right division operator. This is the colon we can utilize, generate regularity or regularly spaced elements and represents on entire row and column. This is the parenthesis we can utilize for the function arguments, which is the array indices overrides in precedence. Then this bracket symbol we can use for enclosure on array elements. Point we can utilize, that is the decimal point. Then ellipse we want to use it means that is 3 dot line. That is the line continuation operator. Comma we can utilize for separate statement and elements in a row. Then semicolon we can add it for separate columns, and percentage we can use it designate a comment. Then quotation sign we can use for the transpose operator. Dot, this we can add it for this non-congested transpose operator. Then equal we can utilize for this assignment operator. So these are the major operators and special characters we can add from in MATLAB. Then the next one is what are the special variables and constant is available from in MATLAB. So everybody know about it. This is the concept about the special variables of MATLAB, special constant of MATLAB. So previously we show about it one suitable example. 7 divided by 0 means the result is shows INF. So INF means that is the infinite value. So it shows the result is infinity. Then ANS is also one of the most recent answer we can add. Then we can write it for this ANS means that is most recent answer it shows. Then we can write it for EPS, that is it shows accuracy of floating point precision. Then I comma j, it shows for the imaginary unit of square root of -1. Another variable is like NaN means that is undefined numerical result. So pi we know about it, that is the pi operations we can do, the number of which is we can give for the pi symbol. So pi means the constant value, that is 3.14. So this is the special variables and constants we are going to utilize from in MATLAB. Then the another one is we know about it. What do you mean by naming variables? how we are going to give the name to the variables. What are the procedure we are going to follow? What is the syntax we are going to follow? The variable names is consists of letters. Letter is also followed by any number of letters or digits or underscore. So these are the naming of variables. We can assign it any number of letters or any digits or underscore. Another one concept is MATLAB is also case sensitive. That means if you write it a is equal to 5, then capital A is equal to 6. So both are A, but it depends upon the case. Either it is the caps or small. So MATLAB is one of the case sensitive language. Then variable names can be any length. That is depends upon your user. However, MATLAB is also uses only first n characters, where n is given by the matrix of name length matrix. So that is a simple procedure we know about it before declaring any type of variables. Then how we are going to save your work with the help of in MATLAB means we are going to following, that is a simple procedure we know about it with the help of in save command. It is also used for saving all the variables in the workspace with help of with the extension of .mat extension. So the C programming we can store with the extension of .c. C++ we can store .cpp. Java files we can store .java, but with the extension of .mat. Okay, the same file we can store in the current directory. How we can store it means we can write save is the syntax, then my file is the file name. With extension we can write it .mat. After saving this file, we are going to read or reload the file anytime. Later, if we want to using with the help of command means we can write it load, then file name. We are going to reload the file anytime. So if we want to store means we can store with the help of save file name, then load file name. You can remember it, any type of programs you are going to save or you are going to store. The file we can store in the same directory or same workspace. Another one is how we are going to declare variable in MATLAB. Once if your variable is entered onto the system, you can refer to the letter. How we can refer it means, so variable must have values before they are used. For example, here we can write it x is equal to 3. Then when we are going to using the expression, it returns the result that is not assigned to any variable. The system is also assigned into variable named answer which can be used later. For example, here x is equal to 3, then x is equal to square root of 16, x is equal to 4, then square root is 78, a is equal to 2, b is equal to 7, c is equal to a star b. Then we can write it x is equal to 7 star 8, y is equal to x star 7.89. So this is the various ways we are going to declare variables. For example, we are going to try to do it some simple variable in MATLAB. Before declaring the variables, we are going to write it x is equal to 3. What happened? X is equal to 3. So x is equal to 3. It shows the result is 3. Then we can write it x is equal to square root of sqrt is bracket 16. What it shows? Now x is equal to 4. Then we can try to do for x is equal to 4, then square root of sqrt 78. So what happens? The result shows 8.8. Then we can try to do for another one example with the help of the variable. The values are x is equal to 7.8, x is equal to 7.8. That is the result is 7.8. We can write it 7.7 star 8. The result is 56. Now we can find it y is equal to x star 4.5. The result is 252. So this type of variable declaration we have done with the help of MATLAB. So the different ways we are going to declaring the variable. These are the possibilities we can declare the variables. Another one is who is one of the command is here. This command display for all the variable names which is you used. So we can try to write it for this who. So what it shows, what are the commands we have in our program, which is we tried. So it shows the result is your variables are a, ans, b, c, x, y, z. So this type of variables we declared recently. If we can write it, okay, s is equal to 10. Again, we can type for this who. Okay, now the s variable is also added from the current directory or working directory. So we can write it for that is whose. So it shows what are the variables we can use, what is the size of the variable, how many bytes is supported, which class we have. If we have any attributes, that information also it shows. So here there is no attributes, it shows. So who means it shows the what are the variables are there in the working directory. Then whose means it shows what is the name, size, bytes, class. So that is the commands we know about it. After declaring any type of variable, we know about it. That is a simple way. What are the command display in all the variable names we used in the same directory. The next one is, so what do you mean by the various formats of command? So from the command, we have two different type of formats are here. One is short format, another one is format long, or there is a long command. By default, MATLAB is also display the numbers with 4 decimal place values, This is known is called short format. Sometimes we can add it or we can do for some simple float values. For example, A is equal to 2, B is equal to 3.4. The result it shows 4-digit formats. After the dot, it shows the result is 4-digit formats. What it indicates? It indicates for a short format. However, if you want to more precision, you need to use for the format command. The format command we can utilize format long command. It's displayed 16 digits after the decimal. So short command and long command. So short format means it shows only the default 4 digits after the dot, but long command means it displays 16 digits after the decimal. Yeah. So now we started with the help of the various commands. Then we started some simple procedure how we are going to declare the variables. Then how we can utilize some formats, either it is long or short. The next one is how we are going to create for vector. So first we know about it. What do you mean by vector? With the help of vector, what type of vector is available for MATLAB? How we can utilize for this vector in MATLAB? First, we know about it. What do you mean by vector means? Vector is one-dimensional array of numbers. So from vector, we have two different types are there. One is row vector, another one is column vector. From the matrix, for example, we can write it for this is one of the matrix means we can know about it. What is the row? What is the column? Like a way here, we can do for creating the vector. Either it is the row vector or column vector. So row vector means it created by enclosing the set of elements in square brackets. You can remember it, square brackets using space or comma to delimit the elements. For example, R is equal to start with square bracket, end with this square bracket. We can write it. What are the set of elements? Set of elements are 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. So what it shows the result means it shows in the row vector. So here we can add or. For example, the same value we can try to do with the help of in MATLAB, how it shows the result in the row format. So we can try to do for this. R is equal to 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. Here we can add it for this R. So the result shows in the row wise. How it will show the result in the row wise means R is equal to 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. One row, 5 columns. So this type of concept is called row vector. Then what do you mean by column vector? So column vectors are created by enclosing the set of elements in square brackets. From this column vector, we are going to use semicolon. So semicolon to delimit the elements. How we can write it for this column vector means we can mention it C 7 semicolon 8 semicolon 9 semicolon 10 semicolon 11. The result shows in the column wise. How we can source this is the column wise for this result means we can try to do from this MATLAB what it shows for the result in the column wise. So the result is shows like 7, that is the one row, first column is 7, then second column is like 8, 9, 10, 11. So it shows for 5 rows, 1 column. Previous one is 1 row, 5 columns. This is we want to display in the column wise. So the result is shows in the column wise format. So this is a simple procedure. We are going to create vector in MATLAB. Then the next one is how to create for matrix. So first we know about it. Before creating the matrix, what do you mean by matrix? So matrix means the combination of rows and columns. A matrix is two-dimensional array of numbers. A matrix is a two-dimensional array of numbers. It is called matrix. From in MATLAB, we are going to create the matrix by entering the each row as a sequence of space or comma. It's separated by elements and end of row is demarcated by semicolon. That means we can write it here. M is equal to, M is the matrix. So matrix is represented in the letters. M is equal to 1, 2, 3 followed by semicolon. So there is the next column 4, 5, 6, then followed by semicolon. That is the next column 7, 8, 9. So how we are going to creating the matrix? After creating this matrix, how we can display this type of matrix from in MATLAB. For example, the same matrix we can try to do from in MATLAB means what result it shows, how the matrix is it shows in the MATLAB. For example, if we will show about it, the matrix means M is equal to 1, 2, 3, that is the first row, then 4, 5, 6, that is the second row, then 7, 8, 9 is the third row. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. So this is a simple procedure we are going to creating the matrix in MATLAB. If we can write it for another one matrix is, that is M star M. So what happened? M or M plus M. What it shows? We can do with the help of in matrix. We have two operations are there: matrix addition and matrix multiplication. So how we are going to do for this matrix multiplication means, matrix A we have this matrix, matrix B we have this matrix. We can do for M plus M means the result is shows 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12, 14, 16, 18. So after creating the matrix, we can do for the operations. Like we can do for M star M means it will multiply with M matrix to M matrix. So the result is 30, 36, 42, 66, 81, 96, 102, 126, 150. So we can find it for the another one operation M star star M. So from this is invalid operator from in matrix. We can try to do for the subtraction of matrix M star M minus M. So what is the result? It shows the result is zero matrix. So we can done with the help of matrix, matrix addition, matrix multiplication, matrix subtraction. So if we want to display for the 0 matrix means we can write it for 0. It shows the matrix is following control toolbox is there, identifying the toolbox. I'll show about it. What are the other comments are there? Then how we are going to use it for this matrix is the 0 matrix. So now we know the procedure, how we can add it for this creating the matrix. After creating the matrix, how we can do for addition, subtraction, and multiplication. Then the next one is how we can do for the various commands in doing for managing the sessions in MATLAB. So that is we show about it some commands in the previous slides. But other than this command, how we can utilize this type of commands means one is clear command window means it will write it CLC, clearing the command window. Then clear is remove variables from memory. Exist we can utilize for checks for existence the file or variable. Global we are going to utilize declaring the global variables to be the global. Then help already we know about it. It's searching the help which is the topic. Look for we are going to search help entries for a keyword. Then quiet means it will stop the MATLAB who it shows list of the current variables, whose it shows list the current variables with the help of the attributes. So this type of commands we are going to know about it when we can do for the current directory in the managing sessions. Then date we know, delete we know, diary means it is switches for on or off diary file recording. Then load we are going to loading the workspace variable from file. Then password it will source for what is the current directory. Then save type it source for the displaying content of file. Then what and WKL read is there. That is a spreadsheet file is there. So we can try to do for some simple command from here. What type of commands we can try to do here? Who already we know about it? Who's also we already know about it? What is the other command means? So the other commands we can try to do like we can write it for PWD or we can type for path. So PWD means it shows where our MATLAB is installed. That is the directory it shows. Then we can write it for path. So if you type path means what it shows the result where the path is available from in MATLAB. So what are the other commands we know about it like dir? Dir it shows for the directory. Then it shows for what it shows the result is list the MATLAB files in the current directory. So there is no file from the current directory in MATLAB file. So it shows there is the empty. So that is the some various commands is available when we can do for any type of input and output commands. So what are the input and output commands available from in MATLAB means we want to display the content of an array means it shows for DISP. So with the help of in DISP, what it shows for the display content of an arrays. Then fscanf it shows read formatted data from file. Format we can utilize for controls the screen display. Then fprintf is perform the formatted writes to the screen. Then input we can add for display forms and waits for the input. Then colon we can add it for suppressors for screen printing. So this type of comments also we know about it. So from MATLAB commands, we have the input and output commands also available. Some other commands are fscanf and fprintf, depends upon the formatting. Sometimes we can utilize for the commands are the integer, float, character, like. So which type of commands we are going to utilize? Like we can add for any type of string means we can add it for percentage %s. Percentage %d we can using for integer, then percentage %f we can show about it the floating data type, percentage %e we can add it for the format as floating point value in scientific notation. Then percentage %g it shows for most compact form of percentage %f or percentage %e. Then /n like we can do for inserting the new line in the output string. Then percentage %t is there, there is a t/t. /t we can inserting the tab in the output string. So these are the various format codes available from in fscanf and fprintf. So these all commands also we know about it, sometimes doing for some different inputs and outputs. Sometimes we can add for some applications only it's supported for the data types or short or long, like means we can using for this numeric displays, like format is short means we can add it for 4 decimal digits, then 16 decimal digits we needed means we can use format as long. Then short e means we can add for the 5 digits, then format long 16 digits, 2 decimal digits, so we can add it for format bank. Format plus means like positive, negative or 0. Sometimes we can using the comment is format rate, it shows for any type of rational approximation values. Then format compact means we can add suppresses some line feeds. Format loss means resets to less compact display mode we can add with the help of in MATLAB. So what are the other commands is there, like with the help of in vector, matrix or arrays. So previously we know the procedure how we can create it for vector. Then 2 different type of vectors is shows row vector and column vector. Then we know the procedure for creating the matrix. Then how we can do for matrix addition, subtraction and multiplication. Then we added for any type of array commands. That time we are going to add this type of commands is know about it when we can do for the various operations. Sometimes we are going to concatenate for the arrays means if we have 2 arrays, the 2 arrays we want to concatenate means we can using for this cat command. Then finds its indices for non-zero elements, length is source for the computer number of elements. Then line space, log space. Line space we are going to create regularly the spaced vector. Then log space we can utilize for creating logarithmically spaced vector. Then maximum and minimum is there. It's a returns for the largest and smallest element. Then product of each column we need means we can use for PROD. Then reshape, it's we can add it for changing the size. Size we can utilize compute array size. Then sort we can add for sorting the each column. Sum we can utilize sum in each column. I we can add it for the identity matrix. Then once we can create it for array of ones. Then zeros means we can use creating for an array of zeros. So these are the various matrix we can create it. Sometimes we can create for zero matrix, then unit matrix or identity matrix means we can add for these type of commands. After creating this type of commands, we are going to do for adding, multiplication, finding inverse, transpose matrix like. So that time we are going to add this type of commands. Then the next one is how we can add it for some other matrix products. Then some dot matrix also we want to add. We can find it for the determinant of matrix like. So here we can add it for cross is using for computes matrix cross products. Then dot we can add it for computes matrix dot products. Then computers we want to find it the determinant of array means we can use DET. Then we can find it for the inverse of matrix means we can use INV. Then we can add it for any type of, that is pseudo wells means we can add it for the matrices like PINV. Then we want to find it for any type of rank matrix. We can add for this rank matrix means we can utilize rank keyword. Then reduce the row form means we can using or F or EF. Then creating the cell array, then cell display, cell plot, number to cell, then deal we can using for matching the input output list. Then is cell we can add it for identifies cell arrays. So these are the major commands we are going to use from matrices and arrays. Then another one is how we can add it for some various plotting commands. We are going to generate it for the plots. With the help of the plots, how we are going to generate means we can add it for this type of commands. We need to add for that commands like axis means we can add it for this axis. It's also setting the axis limits. Sometimes we want to create it for any type of intelligent plotting of functions means we can add for fplot. Sometimes we want to display with help of the grid lines, we can add for grid. Then we are going to generate either xy plot means we can add for the command is plot. Then we want to print it plot and save plot to the file means we can add the command is print. Then we want to put the text on the top of the title means we can write it title. Sometimes we want to add for the label from x-axis and y-axis. So we can write the top of the plot, that is x-axis, and y-axis means we can use x label and y label. Then it's also creating the objects from the axis, then closing the plot we can add for this. Then close all means it closes for all plots. So this type of commands also you can remember it when you are going to utilize the plotting in different ways. These also some other plotting commands are there, like we want to opening the new figure, we can write figure is one of the command. G text means it shows enabling the label placement by the mouse. Then whole, then legend, then reference, set, subplot, text, bar, log and log. Then we have polar, it's also creating the polar plot. Then semi-log x, semi-log y is creating for semi-log plot with the help of in logarithmic value, stairs, then stem. So stem is also one of the interesting plot. What it shows for the stem plot means it's creating for the subplot also with the help of in stem plots. So you can remember it, these type of commands, how we can utilize with the help of in MATLAB. I will show about it, some suitable plot with the help of this type of plotting commands in the later sessions. Then with the help of in matplot, how we can add it for these M files. From in MATLAB, it's also allowed to write two kinds of program files we can add. One is scripts, another one is functions. How we can write it for the scripts and functions means with the help of the script, this type of file programs we can write with the extension of .m. .m is the extension for creating the script. This type of files, if you want to write the commands which you want to execute together, the script is also do not accept any inputs and do not return any outputs. This is only for the operate on data in the workspace. So that is the procedure we are going to add for the .m files with the help of in the script. Another one is that is the function. This so functions from these files are also program files. This extension is .m. This function can accept which is given the input, that is also written the output. Its internal variables are local to the function. Whenever we are going to use for this MATLAB editor or any other, we can utilize this type of files we are going to create in text editor to create for your .m files. I show about it, how we are going to create it for this M file with the help of either it is the script or function. If you created for the script means it's supported only for there is do not accept any input and output, but in the function means it shows it can be also accept input output. It also written for some outputs with help of the functions. So here we know about it, how we can create it for the script means. First we can write it for a is equal to 5, b is equal to 7. So what it shows, just we can create a is equal to 5, b is equal to 7. But if we want to write the function, then only it shows the result. Here we can write it for the same. So a is equal to 3, b is equal to 5. What it shows the result? There is no result it shows. If we can write it, c is equal to a plus b means that is the function. So the result it shows for okay, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19. So c plus a plus b. So that is the procedure when we are going to create it for M5. Either it is the script or either it is the function. So here d is equal to c plus sin b, e is equal to 5 star d, f is equal to exponent of minus d. So that means it shows the result which is we have writing the scripts. Another one is what are the various data types available from MATLAB, what data files it supported. With the help of this data files, how we can use it with the help of in MATLAB. So that is also we know about it before start writing any type of programs. So which is the data type is suitable for your program, which you are going to give for the input, which you are going to expecting the output. So that means it shows int 8 is supported for only integer data type, 8-bit signed integer. Then uint for unsigned integer. Int 16 means there is a signed 16-bit, unsigned 16-bit, then int 32-bit signed integer, then uninteger 32-bit unsigned integer, then 64-bit, then unsigned 64-bit, single precision for the numeric data, then double precision, then logical values are either true or false, then character data we can add with the help of the string. String is stored from the vector characters. Then cell array we can add it for array index. Structure we can using for each structure having the name, fields capable of storing an array of different dimension and data type. Then function we are going to handle with the help of the pointer to the function. User class we can add for objects constructed from the user defined class. Then Java class we can add for objects constructed from the Java class. So MATLAB is supported 17 different type of data types. So you can remember what type of data types is suitable for in your application or in your programs means you can know about it. This application is supported for only 8-bit or 16-bit or 32-bit or 64 bits. Then only you can try to declare that type of variable with the help of in data types in MATLAB. For example, we are going to do some simple variables we can declare in the different data types. If you write it, this type of data types means what result it stores with the help of in variable data types. It stores for some different outputs with the help of in different inputs. So here we can try to do for this type of examples. So first we can try to write, so like we can write it for this string str is equal to hello world, then n is equal to 2 3 4 5, d is equal to double, un is equal to uint, then rn is equal to 5678.92347, then int 32. We can call for this str means it will display the result is hello world. Whenever we can call for this n means it shows the result is 2 3 4 5. We can try to call for d, it shows in the double what is the value of d, so it shows the result is 2 3 4 5. So the n is 2 3 4 5, so the result shows 2 3 4 5. Then we can call for this un. The un is source for there is u integer that is 32-bit. Then rn is source for, if we can write it, this is the value, it shows like there is the rn value in the exponent format. We can call for the c means it's supported for integer 32-bit. So that is the procedure how we are going to save or how we are going to do for this type of data type in MATLAB. So which is the purpose we are going to utilize, we can add for that type of database or the type of data types. The next one is how we are going to convert the data type with the help of in various formats. If character we want to convert it to the string, or integer is converted to the string, or matrix is converted to string, number is converted to string, then string is also converted to for double precision, string converted to number, then native, that is the numeric bytes to converted to Unicode, then Unicode is converted to for numeric, base 2 is converted to for decimal number, then binary is converted to for string to decimal number, then decimal 2 is converted to for n number in string. So these are the various data conversion method is also available. We can utilize this type of various matrix or various mathematical formula we can add for this type of data type conversion. The other conversions are decimal to binary, decimal to hexadecimal, hexadecimal to decimal, hexadecimal to number, then number to hexadecimal, cell array to numeric array, then cell array to structure array, cell array of string from character array, then array to cell array with potential different size, then convert to array cell array with consistently size, then struct to cell. So these are the other data type conversion is also available. Depends upon the purpose we are going to utilize this type of data conversions. Yeah. So now we started with the help of the online, which is we have with the help of in online MATLAB, how we can utilize, what is the benefit. Then later we started for some simple introduction to MATLAB, then how we are going to utilize this type of vector, then how we can create it for with the help of matrix, then various commands we discussed, then we discussed for the various concepts, various conversions, various data types. If do you have any doubt or any clarification, please write from the chat box. So whatever you have any doubt, please write from the chat box. If do you have any doubt or any clarification, please write from chat box. Yeah, please fill the attendance form. Attendance form is posted from the chat box. Yeah, everybody is asking for PPT. So after finishing this session, we are loading the video and audio from website. Then I'll share the website link. Just you can try to visit that URL. Yeah, please fill the attendance form. Attendance form is posted from the chat box. Don't forget filling the attendance form. Who's filling the attendance form? We will send the certificate to which email address you filled. So don't forget filling the attendance form. So 90% attendance is mandatory for getting the certificate. So please fill the attendance form. Yeah, definitely we will share the video through our university website. So don't worry about it, the video and PPT. Please fill the attendance form. Attendance form is posted from the chat box. Yeah, thank you one and all. Thank you. We will meet on the next session. Thank you.